Earlier this year, Yasir flagged one of David Wood's videos for a copyright violation. David appealed it and won. On October 7th, I was flagged by Yasir as well. The video that was flagged was my short edit of several clips of the now famous incident where Qadhi flopped around like a dying fish that had been brutally dragged ashore by Muhammad Hijab. At first, I was naturally inclined not to care. The video had gone way beyond my channel to David's and others, and its content had been seen in one form or another by hundreds of thousands of people, at least. Job done. And copyright appeals take time that I don't have. However, I noticed a trend. Several other people said the same thing happened to them. So Yasir mission on social media is to remove all traces of his disastrous interview, even if it requires dishonesty, such as false copyright flags. So, Yasir, let's take a copyright quiz. In order to make a valid copyright complaint, what is at least one thing that you must have? A registered federal copyright. B, a registered federal copyright. C, a registered federal copyright. D, a registered federal copyright. Now, I'm sure that every single viewer knows the answer to this question, except for Yasir. But in order to make a valid copyright complaint, you need a registered federal copyright. Now, for question number 2. This one's also for Yasir. At the time of filing your copyright complaints, did you have a registered federal copyright for the video I used where you flopped around like a dying fish? A, no. B, no. C, no. Or D, no. That's right. The answer is no. And the final question is for everyone. Did Yasir knowingly file false copyright complaints without a registered federal copyright and continue to file them even when he knew from experience that they could be successfully appealed? There's only one possible answer. Yes. So what's left for Yasir? He's been lying about the preservation of the Quran for decades, and when those lies are no longer possible to spread, he doesn't admit this to his Muslim audience. Instead, he tries to quietly distance himself from his former claims. When directly questioned about the subject in a live stream with Muhammad Hijab, the usually articulate Yasir flounders for over 20 minutes in one of the most awkward attempts of evasion I've ever seen. And now he's being dishonest again as he tries to false flag videos when he knows he doesn't have a copyright, and they wouldn't be copyright violations even if he did. For the rest of you he has false flagged, I encourage you to appeal. In my case, I retained a copyright attorney. I wanted to learn more about the process and how it works both at the federal level and on the YouTube side, and I wanted to use that knowledge to help out other channels who have been false flagged as well. For those channels that are US based, send me an email. I'll put you in touch with an experienced copyright attorney who is now quite familiar with the YouTube appeal process. And for everyone who has been false flagged, I encourage you to appeal it through YouTube. Let's fight this fraud. Now, as for the video in question, it has been restored on my channel. I've even updated the title, but there's still one problem. The video only has about 44,000 views. So be sure to watch the video and share it all around, even if you've seen it, because at this point, fighting against Qadhi's dishonesty is a matter of principle, something he has evidently abandoned.